So I get this question all of the time. Yeah, I kind of get how investing works. You buy a stock and wait, but how does trading actually make money? And I absolutely love that question because that means that that person is just about to get started on their journey. They've seen people trading online. Heck, maybe they've seen me breaking down a live trade, but they're still trying to wrap their head around what actually is going on. So I am making this video to fix exactly that today. So, you know, maybe you've dabbled in stocks, bought a few shares of Apple, maybe invested in a bit of crypto. And the idea that a lot of people have is obviously you buy low, wait and hope it goes up in a few years, right? That's investing, but it's not quite a liquid trading as such. Trading is about learning a repeatable skill that lets you take advantage of price movements in the short term, medium term, and even long term. And profit whether it goes up or down. Yes, we can profit when the market goes down as well. Let's pause here because this is where people seem to get confused. So here's the basic difference. Investing is usually investing long term. Passive, based on a lot of fundamental value, buy and hold it for years on end, that sort of thing. Trading is usually short to medium term. It can be long term as well, but obviously not as long as your long term holds. You know, people were talking about years investing into, you know, stocks, crypto, and that sort of thing. Trading is usually on a quicker time frame. It's active, it's based on price movement alongside fundamentals, and we are usually out within minutes, hours, days, up to weeks, obviously depending on what kind of trader you choose to be. With trading, you're not solely relying on companies' earning reports, etc., etc. You're learning to read what the market is currently doing right now and predicting its next steps. And you're simply acting on that info with structure and risk management. So here's how we actually make money. The market moves every single day, every second, every minute of the day. It goes up, it goes down, it consolidates. And as traders, we profit off the movements, not just the overall direction. You can make money when the market rises. This is called going long, but you can also make money when the market falls as well. And this is called going short. And I know this sounds crazy if you're new, because you're probably wondering, how can you sell something that you don't even own? Let me break it down for you. So let's say that we expect an asset to drop. You enter that sell position. What you're essentially doing is borrowing that asset at a higher price and then planning to buy it back cheaper. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you sell the GBP USD. Let's say the price is at 1.30 to just make things easy. And at a lot size of a 1. This is also known as a standard lot. Every pip moved at this lot size is roughly $10 per movement. I explain deeper in my other content if you want to know more about lot sizes, pips, this, that, and the other. But anyway, let's say that it drops from 1.30 to 1.299. This is a 10 pip move to the downside. You close that trade and there you go. You've just made $100 on that position alone. No, you didn't physically own it. However, you are trading through a broker which gives you access to these price movements. That's why you do not need to own or buy anything. You're simply trading the price action, not buying companies, stock, this, that, and the other. Here's an analogy that helped one of my clients and how I explain it to them. Imagine a betting slip at like the Cheltenham races or something. You are not buying the horse, you are simply betting on whether it wins or loses, right? Trading is similar. All you're doing is anticipating its movements to whether you profit or not. The difference is trading is not straight up gambling like your traditional horse racing, and the reason why is because we have structure, data, risk management, and strategy. There's a whole load of systems that we use to obviously be as predictable as possible. So we don't just guess, we don't just rely on hope. We learn how to read price structure, momentum, price levels, patterns, etc., etc. And then we purely trade based on probability and not emotion. And another thing that surprises people as well is you are not just limited to stocks. You can trade Forex, currencies like the GBP USD, as I just mentioned, Euro USD, USD JPY, etc. You can even get into indices, so US 30, the NAS 100, or the S&P 500, as you guys are probably most accustomed to, German DAX, FTSE, you name it. You can also trade commodities like gold, oil, silver, platinum, all that good stuff as well. And of course, another one that you guys have probably tried before anything else as well is your cryptocurrencies, your Bitcoins, and then you've got your altcoins like Ethereum, XRP, all that good stuff as well. Personally, as you guys know, I focus a lot on Forex and the indices side of things, but I also do trade a few commodities sometimes as well. So that is obviously my strong points. And all of these markets move differently. And guess what? There are setups for these day in and day out. Imagine having a skill where you could come to the market, scan a few charts, take a trade, manage your risk, and have the market pay you for knowing exactly what you're doing. This is where most people go wrong. They think trading means buying Tesla, for example, and just hoping for the best. They think they've missed a wave. They think they need thousands of pounds to get started. They think you have to sit at a screen stressed out all day, but it's just so far from the truth. You can start small, you can trade around your job, and you can even learn the skill and find a strategy that fits around your current lifestyle. The barrier is not money, it's the understanding. And this is why mentorship exists. If you ever thought trading was too complex, the chances are you've just never had someone to show you how it makes sense, or explained in a way that would make sense to you. Once you understand how it works, you realize that trading is one of the most learnable and potentially highest income skills that you can possibly learn. You're not trying to be perfect. You're playing probabilities, managing risk, and showing up with consistency. And the best part, once you learn it, that skill can never be taken away from you. You have it for life. So if you're sitting there thinking that you don't know how trading works and that you'll probably just leave it, then you're leaving a lot of possibility on the table. The market is moving every day. And right now, people are capitalizing on them opportunities. Not because they're smart by any means, they just took their time to actually learn the game. If you want to learn how it really works with support, guidance, structure, and live trades, give me a DM over on Instagram. Let's break it down together and make sure that you are never confused about this topic again. Let's get it.